Hi, I'm Vasudevan Krishnamurthy from RingCentral. I've spent many years delivering communication and network technologies for enterprises for many sizes and shapes. Thank you for taking time to listen to this talk about digital workplace and how a business has simplified their customer experience and their own employee engagement with the tools and technologies from RingCentral as well as Okta. Um, So in today's world, CIOs and IT managers in companies around the globe have always faced with challenges to deliver and sustain tools and applications for their workforce that helps business succeed. With this current global crisis, due to which we are doing a virtual session, it has been a wake-up call for many of these businesses of all sizes around the world, how they strategize long-term plans and long-term investments in digitizing their business. The priorities of these times been to have totally shifted towards just from day-to-day operations to resiliency of their businesses itself. So they have to invest in digital workplace resources and technologies that serve the customer demand. These technologies and tools include AI, communication collaboration systems, CRMs and ERPs and uh, networks and whatever applications they are choosing, they have to be secure and safe and can be used by the workforce, especially in these kind of environments where they are seeing that all their workforce is shifting from on-premises in office to remote working situations. Even before the COVID-19 crisis changed the scale of people working remote, it was already predicted that 90% of the workforce will do some kind of remote work by early 2020 decade. So most of the workforce will be doing collaborations and with their stakeholders and with their colleagues and surely with their customers. This fundamentally is going to shift the way your employees will be working and how they are engaged with the business. But today's world, the employee engagement is a big challenge. And what we have found from some of these, reading some of the surveys from for the studies done by Gartners and others, that uh, employee engagement is still a big challenge um, because most of the time these employees are not just sitting at their desk; they are moving about, they're mobile, and if they don't have the right tools, they are not able to be engaged fully in what they're doing with respect to making the business succeed. In this study, we also found that most of the businesses employees are using more than one application. And these applications, as I said, could be related to emails, messaging, CRMs, file sharing mechanisms, and so forth. So they are toggling between 10 plus applications in a day. And these are as they toggle between them, it's not a they spend a whole lot of time trying to manage how to work with those applications, and that's a lot of efficiency lost within the workplace itself. And imagine that if they have to now work remotely, then the IT teams have to really manage the environment they are working in their workplace, not even only in in when they're working from home. They have to manage those environments as well, so that those applications are working efficiently, as well as they are able to use those tools when they are not in on premises in the office. And 70% of the workers say that their communication volume is a big challenge for them because they are being bombarded by emails, they are have messaging, chatting, they are communicating with the customers on some other applications, and they have also have back office applications to manage and report on. So, considering all these challenges, employee engagement is a big challenge. And when employee engagement is a challenge, obviously, when that world meets the uh, world of the customer engagement, this has to really manifest manifest into the challenges in the customer engagement itself. And it is very essential for the businesses to be able to succeed. If employee engagement is not suitable, then there is a big chance that their customer engagement could also be challenged. So as we look in the unified communication space, um, RingCentral is uh, uh, not only RingCentral, but there are many players, and they are kind of divided in kind of two worlds. One is the UCaaS world, the Unified Communication as a Service world, which is which has dawned over the last, especially in the last 2 decades, from starting emerging from the hosted networks of the early 2000s to what we call the cloud first businesses, which are providing communication and collaboration capabilities. And for them, messaging, video meeting, telephony, all are part of the ingredients of that UCaaS portfolio. And this is still an emerging market with a multi-billion-dollar market to serve. But it is fragmented and many player in this cloud first model. So the UCaaS model has actually been bringing employee engagement and bringing all the functionality into a single platform or a single app to make that employee engagement work. On the other half of this equation is the CCaaS, which is we call the contact center as a service. And uh, contact center as a service also has these the outbound contact centers and the inbound contact centers, like uh, people are marketing teams reaching out to various customers, clients, and so forth, as well as support teams handling incoming calls. But also on the third end is the digital engagement with their customers in terms of social engagement by, for example, customers having issues with their travel, especially in these times. A lot of travel has been canceled. So how they are interacting with their travel agencies and whoever are the providers or concierge services who are providing those for those travelers. So this omni-channel engagement is a big part of this. And with the right tools, with the right capabilities in this cloud-based single platform, it actually also is very important for that employee engagement and bringing that customer engagement into foray and interact with this customer engagement in a better way. So what we are seeing is, when we are merging these two worlds, that's where we see that RingCentral is playing a big part by bringing the best of both worlds to in a platform, in a single place, where businesses can use the UCaaS for their employee engagement, for their collaboration, and having the full contact center suite on the other end, which will allow them to interact with their customer and having that engagement synergize. On top of it, we have to be global. It has to be an open platform with the right set of analytics available, so the IT managers and CIOs can see what is happening and they can report on with respect to the efficiency of the system and how well it is being used by their workforce. And as UCAS has been an emerging solution, there are a lot of businesses who have come from this on-premises model, where it is a very complex and complex, especially in the legacy system. And large enterprises have large deployments. They have all kinds of hardware. They have to manage upgrades with the vendors, and they have all these functionalities, fax, telco, and so on and so forth, for which they have separate vendors, and trying to manage each of those capabilities um, in and looking at the, so to say, the picture on the left, it's that metaphor for the iceberg, where what you see on the top of the water, you have a bigger bigger chunk of it under the water. So what you see is a lot of hidden costs in terms of an on-premises model. But with what RingCentral is doing is trying to bring the speed and agility to the system with a lot of innovation in terms of all the capabilities you see or you are familiar with in the legacy world into the to the cloud, as well as it is integrating with best-in-class applications available so that the customers can have a single place, a single platform with which they can and clearly seen cost with which they can deliver their services or engage with their customers in an efficient way. And embedded communication and collaboration features into the application is quintessential today, because customers are not only just using one SaaS but multiple SaaS applications to have that customer engagement, as well as especially also on their employee engagement. RingCentral offers a largest ecosystem of integration apps and communications and collaboration space, which improves productivity and efficiency in the business. There are over 170 plus apps available on out of box, and uh, they use our open platform API products to build custom integrations. There are about 3,000 plus custom integrations available. There are 30,000 plus developers who are engaged with RingCentral developer platform, and it is ever growing on a weekly basis. And having said that, the reach of the and the advantage of the cloud first solution is that the ability to um, have an imprint globally. And RingCentral is available globally with, there are global office countries in Europe, in Australia, in North America, of course. And we're pursuing more reachability across the globe. And there are and there are also, if you look at in terms of businesses who are multinational and who have offices uh, all over the world, they want to provide the same kind of and same environments for all their workforce, so that they don't feel the employee engagement is as uniform as possible. So RingCentral also is heavily invested in providing data centers around the globe so that they can get the best quality of services and deliver the best of the services wherever you are, whether you're operating from um, uh, on a different kind of access network or 3G network, or you are actually in a high bandwidth LAN network sitting in an office in North America. And on top of that, the IT manager teams and the CIOs have the ability to look at and understand how your systems are being used, and the analytics dashboard and the reporting capabilities of RingCentral really helps manage manage the systems, and help them manage how their workforce is engaging with the tools and applications provided by RingCentral. And obviously, we are here in this Okta in 2020, and RingCentral has a tight integration with Okta. RingCentral provides cloud-based messaging, video telephony capabilities, and in this cloud-first model, it is integrated very well with Okta to be able to provide access to the businesses who are looking to um, uh, able to provision, to able to have a single login capabilities from their existing system through Okta into RingCentral. I want to quickly um, walk through a use case we saw with one of our major customers, Pacific Dental Services, because the proof is in the pudding, and showing how Pacific Dental Services use RingCentral and Okta, we can understand how they are able to improve their employee engagement as well as customer engagement. Uh, a little bit about Pacific Dental. They have been in the Inc. 5000 list as the fastest growing private companies in America for the past 10 years. Their vision was to has always been to become the greatest dental company in America and it is becoming a reality for them. Uh, so let me move on to the some of the other how they are and how their business is situated. As I said, they are one of the leading dental support organizations, and they provide support to more than 700 dental doctor practices in 20 states. Um, so PDS is really trying to pursue to give the best patient experience, and it's the result has been top-notch care that leads to healthier and happier patients. So communication is very critical element of their operational structure, and they were looking to replace a mixed bag of legacy systems which they had to manage with a lot of resources and a lot of cost and time. And once they were able to implement RingCentral and Okta, they were able to unify all that into a single platform, which provided a lot of their efficiency in terms of uh, employee engagement and customer engagement. Um, Also, their legacy system was not scalable to the growth they were looking at. They have about 9,900 team members, and they are adding about 100 offices, dental offices every year. And they realized that they had a major need for improving collaboration with the headquarters, and RC's platform, which is available to be accessed from either from your desktop to your mobile or your tablets or wherever you are. It was much easy for them to have that secure communication collaboration in an industry which operates with a lot of regulations like HIPAA and so forth. Uh, they were able to use secure texting, and telephony and call queues and other so to say legacy PBX capabilities within the same RingCentral platform, and as well manage them efficiently. So here's a quick view of what they were doing before RingCentral on the left. They were, as we were talking about in general, about enterprises using more than 10 apps. I believe they were using quite larger than 10 apps for doing their for doing their work with respect to chatting, emailing, and joining meetings and so forth. So by bringing all their collaboration capabilities into a single platform with RingCentral, and also having a seamless access from various devices, this totally eased the and provided a greater employee engagement for them. On top of that, they were using a Workday as the master of records for all their employees' information, but to really able to manage and provision from uh, all the other applications they were using within their enterprise environment. It was by bringing Okta, they could unify that and reduce a lot of maintenance and human errors that are quite often possible when you are manually adding and provisioning people through multiple systems. And with the RingCentral UCaaS solution, obviously they could use their on the same platform. They were able to use a phone, the meeting, and messaging, and more quite importantly, which is used in the healthcare industry with eFax. They were able to gain a lot of efficiencies, um, and they were able to integrate with, as I said, with Okta with their workday. So since RingCentral is cloud first, we were already single sign-on compatible, and with Okta being used as identity management for by PDS, we were able to easily have the employees able to access RingCentral as one of the applications in their from their Okta suite. And on top of that, we have a very tight integration with Okta in terms of Active Directory provisioning or the Workday provisioning in this case, and which could allow for importing users and groups info from the Workday into Okta, and Okta became the sort of the directory holder, and with which it could manage delivering provisioning to various applications, um, including RingCentral. One of the big um, um, advantage of having this tight integration with Okta was the ability to um, provision, because RingCentral is a telephony platform. We manage the telephone numbers for these employees and the workforce, so we can write back the telephone number all the way back to Workday via Okta. So this simplified a lot of situations with respect to the IT managers don't have to go to every system to do the move, add, change capabilities, but they could be on their Workday model. They can add new users there, delete the users or deactivate the users as they are managing their employee workforce. So this totally simplified their use of their ability to manage various applications via Okta, including RingCentral. Okay. Um, So with the RingCentral and Okta, some of these benefits, as I detailed. So in addition to that, with RingCentral, they had this increased efficiency with team collaboration. They could report on how users are using that. They had access for the same capabilities across any devices, especially on the if they are on the go with mobile. And also they were able to efficiently use their meeting capabilities, which they could use scheduling, and they can also report back on how they are um, and the IT managers were aware of how their employees are using the meeting capabilities as well. um, that's all I had for today, and I will be looking forward to any questions and answers, questions coming from the audience. And good luck to everybody, and stay healthy. Thank you very much.